Welcome back, guys. This is another day on my great little channel. There's a lot changing and I don't know what's really happening. Last video was garbage, but we are here. Sorry, sun was kind of in your eyes, but today we are working on my Duramax's intercooler piping for the new Y bridge set. This is hot, or the cold side that goes into the Y bridge that will then feed the truck cold air. So this is the nice HSP kit where it has all these nice attachments for sensors and stuff. We have the Y bridge connector pipe and the aluminum Y bridge. So you do have to order the seals, and that's about all for that. But we are going to wire wheel this because this is steel, so it can rust. In fact, there was somewhere that had rust a little on it, but either way, we are going to make noise. We are going to wire wheel this because I wanted to paint it personally and also save a little money. So we're going to wire wheel it, and then we're going to paint it and install it. This is going to be a multi-part video, so this is just prepping and painting, and then the next will be installation. So let's cut to a nice I'm so bad at this. Time lapse, that's what I was looking for. Whatever, it's early. I'm just trying to get, you know, some YouTube stuff rolling and get it vibing. So let's cut to it. All right, this is a whole nother day. We are now going to start on doing the painting part. So what we have here is the first piece, which is going to be the airbox top or cap. And what we have here is some parts cleaner and degreaser to get off all the yuck and stuff we don't want on it. We then have our primers and our main base coat. I have a very old can which will be used last, and two brand new ones, and then I have some gloss clear coat. So all of these are heat resistant and meant to be in an engine bay, and we'll make sure that these parts do not have a hard time lasting and staying clean. Welcome back, guys. Today's a whole new video. We just filmed our exhausts, and today we felt like was the perfect day to finally delete this old girl. I have all the parts. I have the down pipe, up pipe. I have the cooler, new Y bridge. I'm not cheaping out. So I got it all painted. I decided to try and save money on the paint, and then I had my job paint it, and I did my own little touch, but it kind of got scratched. So you'll see when we install all of that. We have never done this before. It'll be me, Braden, and a new person to the channel. His name is David. He doesn't film YouTube, but he's just a cool cat from our welding class. So hope you guys enjoy all of this. I'm gonna try and pull my truck into my crowded garage, and hopefully my hood will clear all of this just enough so we don't have to do it outside. All right, welcome back. We got Braden, and I decided to somewhat start and rip out my fender well liner. So hopefully this is gonna work out well. Hopefully I keep the same energy as the start of this video. Since no one was around, I was just like so energetic and like I didn't fuck up or I didn't mess up any of my my wording. So it's just like feels good, and I hope it stays that way. But we'll see. I'm not the best at that stuff. Welcome back. Sorry, battery kind of died, but hopefully you got everything else. We're gonna now unplug the negatives on the batteries just so we don't hurt sensors or anything like that. So unplug those, and then we are going to focus on taking out the old air box and the full intake completely, and then we will start working on unplugging all of the sensors on the OEM up or cold side intercooler piping. That's actually the correct wording. And then we will probably do the up pipe, get that off, and the turbo shield too. Probably have to do that first. We'll start a time lapse and show everything that we possibly might see, and show you how either easy or bad it is. So got you on the flip. All right, checking back in. We got the airbox fully out. The intake horn is out. All you had to do is just remove this. It's a 10 mil bolt. And I forgot what the hose clamp sizes are. They are, I can't even find the thing anymore. Oh, it is a 5/16. That might differ through every truck, so just be aware. Now we're going to work on taking off the whole wire harness up top, and we will check back in when we are done with that. So another time lapse. All right, we're back. So what I have done is unplug these guys. You just kind of pull this clip up here and you can unbolt this wire. And I've been just unclamping these little clamps here. A screwdriver, it's really easy. GM did not make this horrible to do, so I really appreciate that about them. These old clips are all coming undone really nicely. I undid the alternator all to this loom just so I have this room to move and get all up in here. So pretty much all these little harness clamps you could just do with a little flathead, so don't ruin them. But all right, so now we're going to take off these like hex bit ones to get this full wire harness off, and then we will start working on the intake horn, and we'll cut back then. Okay, so we got the cold side intercooler pipe off. My EGR must have been replaced at some point, so it's all nice and clean. That's good because I'm gonna keep it in case if I ever have to smog my truck. But we are going to drain the coolant from here into our lovely bucket, and we're gonna go from there, and we'll start going to get rid of the cooler, and it'll hopefully go nice and smooth. So we'll time lapse this part too. Welcome back. Okay, so that was miserable. Getting this clip off is the worst thing ever. I really recommend these angled needle nose. You really have to get that off before you could really drain it, so don't think you can't. But we got it drained enough for it not to be a problem. Sorry if the air compressor kicks on. I try and get peace and quiet and do stuff correctly, but no one respects me. So now we'll move on to taking out the bolts on the up pipe and trying to just fully remove the EGR cooler and EGR valve. And then after that, we will work on moving all the other stuff out so we could get down to the Y bridge. So now that we're there, we're gonna do another time lapse so the air compressor doesn't make me want to shoot myself. So another time lapse, yay. All right, we're back. So we got the bolts off down here. We have the bolts off here and down there. And then we have the last one right there out. So now all we have to do is take off the heat shield and then take the bolts off on the down or the up pipe and the one going to the turbo, and then we could take that off, and then we should be able to well, actually I think we could take the EGR cooler out right now. It's just that one coolant hose down here might be a problem, so we're gonna try and take out the EGR valve and cooler. So we'll do that. I'm gonna set you guys up in a different position on a time lapse. So another one. All right, it's been a while. It's horrible. I just now removed the alternator because I'm going to have to try and remove, I think, this so I could get some wiggle room, but the Y bridge is almost out. There's a million sensors unplugged, so I don't know if my truck's even going to start. I took off the fuel right here to try and drain it. You have to take off that almost the whole piece. Down here, you can't see it because whatever, that little piece or whatever you have to also remove. So it is just so goddamn much stuff, but we're not doing horrible now. Just need to remove these and try and get this out of the way, and we'll go from there. So we'll continue, and hopefully I'll pick up. I'm done with the time lapses. It's kind of taking longer than I really wanted it to, so I'll pick up then. So see you when I have an update. All right. So we took off the what I guess will be the heater core piece, and we were able to roll it forwards. Don't try and just rip it up or roll the back out. You have to roll the face forwards and it'll come out. So I'm super excited because this means we could kind of clean up in there and get that Y bridge in. And I'm kind of on a time constraint, I feel like. So I'm gonna just start rolling through this stuff. So let's do it. Oh, and one other thing on this screw, I don't know if you could, whatever. The 8 bolts that go on this, I fully took off one with a magnet, but I'm gonna leave it just barely on for the next Y bridge. So don't worry about that, and I already have all new seals. We're gonna hit it with some rags, and let's get that Y bridge on. So I'll show you after I clean it. All right, it was a completely different day. I lost my mind working on this thing, but I got the Y bridge pipe in, the up pipe, and the down pipe. The trick is on the stock part, you have to take off the heat shield first, but by doing that you need to also remove the down pipe. So when it's halfway down, there will be one last bolt that you could reach on that heat shield, and then after that you need to rip the heat shield up and the down pipe down through the wheel well. And then after you get that out, you can access the up pipe completely and take off the old one and throw on the new one. On this Y bridge, I could not get anything to work, so I had to sand down right, I guess I can't see, right here on the other side. I had a sand, or not really even sand it, I ground it down so the bolts would go on, and I went out and bought these because the studs are just a nightmare. So the bolts were easier. It's a lot of finagling and stuff, but now it's just buttoning up everything. So got to put on the new mouthpiece for the Y bridge, and I'll give you updates as I go because I still want to kind of finish the video even though this sucks. So I will catch you on the next one, I guess. Happy morning, everybody. It has been a while since I actually started this video. It's been about now 6 months since I first originally started working on getting my truck fully deleted. Thankfully, about last weekend I actually washed and cleaned up my truck, so it looks really good. Pretty much what I'm doing is now I'm picking up how it looks, how it's what I had to do to make it work correctly, because there's a lot of questions that can't be answered online with the delete. So as you can see, there's no license plate. It is only an off-road vehicle. Never will see the highway once in its life after, well, hasn't seen it since I've deleted it. So being that it is now fully deleted, I have a new update on the Edge CTS 3 or 4 Evolution. It's not so good as originally I wanted it to be. You can't tune it or anything. It's really just, it's a glorified tuner for someone that doesn't actually want to do too much to their truck. Good gas mileage. It does tune it relatively well. The only good part about it is you get a engine brake for when you put your trailer mode on. Pretty much just locks up the turbo vanes. But let me quickly turn off my rig. So kind of lost track of what I'm doing, but all right. So after that lovely show of my truck, I wanted to go over the engine bay, show you how it looks like, what I had to do, what I had to undo from past stuff, and where I kind of had my little ifs and buts about stuff. So here's what it looks like all said and done. Here's my custom little piece. I said I would show the scratches. There's one like right there. AC person came and kind of scratched it back then, but you know, it happens. When I had the EGR blocker plate, I had to run a finger stick, and as you can see, I had to delete the finger stick to be able to get this truck to work correctly. Because with the finger stick, with the delete, it was powerless, had no balls. It was actually burning up my mass airflow sensors. So do keep that in mind. You can burn through those. It's not the best, but if you're trying to protect your truck till you get it deleted, it's more than enough. So we have all of the pipes. They're all powder coated. They work nice. I went simple because it's a work truck. All honesty, I don't beat it. What I did a minute ago, I will never do again. It sounded cool. I like the little flutter. That was cool. Just saying. So yeah, this isn't going to be a project truck. I do have some welding stuff I do want to showcase on my channel when I get to it. But on top of the whole delete, on that Y bridge being a bitch to get in, the up pipe being kind of weird to get on, the shield I cut in half and then remounted on so I wasn't burning anything. I forgot the name of this. The PCV, sorry, the reroute, I actually broke one of the eye holes for the plastic piece down here on this one. So thankfully this stuff is hard enough that it keeps pushing it down, so that's good. I'm kind of curious on the catch can, which you just simply get a nice cheap one from eBay and just install it. It looks like I don't really have too much buildup. This truck has 0 blow-by when it first starts, and it barely does the normal hot blow-by as it idles. Every truck does that. I'm assuming there might be some trucks that don't. It's just how the 6.6 is. So that being said, the only problems I have is all of the wiring harness doesn't really fit anywhere else now, and it's just kind of there. My biggest pet peeve out of all of it is this little coolant hose that I really never understand where it routes to, and I always kind of forget because it routes in a funny location, but it looks like it goes to the turbo. It's leaking, which sucks. So I thought I did a pull on the highway because I was curious. Not on the highway, I meant on dirt road. We don't do illegal stuff. And you don't see it, but that coolant leaks into the turbo valley. Wow, intake valley, and it then grabs all the oil from past stuff and litters it down my truck and puts a oil spot in my driveway. Now, at first I thought it was a fuel line leak, and then I thought it was a transmission leak, and then I thought it was a engine oil leak, because it was just all of these things going back and forth. And then I finally figured it out that it is just my coolant, because I slowly leak coolant, just small amount. I don't know if you can see it, it's right about here, and it just slowly leaks over time. I will be having to RTB it and get that to sit still. I just haven't had time to do it, nor enough shits to give. So that all being said, I've been talking a lot. This is gonna make the video completely longer. It's whatever, it's my editing problem, not yours, or it might make the video actually longer. The main questions you are going to ask: can you delete the truck without retuning? Yes, you only have a code for the heater plate and the EGR valve. It does not limp mode, it does not hurt your truck in any way, it still hauls ass, you will still be fine. Now, if you don't want that code, you are going to be spending money. The kit itself is about $1,500 to get up pipe, down pipe, cold air intake in my case, so 15 with that, and the Y-bridge setup. So that's 15, catch cans, 20 bucks online. You get $20 worth of hardware to reroute it, and that's pretty simple. Nothing else is needed, but when you go to tune, you have to do a auto cal, EFI live pretty much. You cannot do anything else. Everything else does not work. You can maybe do HP tuners, but then that's only one tune, so you don't get your stock optimized, your tow tune, your eco, your street, or your extreme. Extreme is kind of useless. Street's pretty good, and the reason why I'm saying this is because I actually went and got it. I never thought I would. I never really could figure it out. The only way you can tune this truck, other than HP tuners, which is even less known, is by getting a tuner online that deletes it. Or what I did is I sourced some tuners in my area to have them retune it, and since it's an off-road truck only, they didn't have a problem doing it. So remember, in California, it is illegal to have this. In all 50 states, it is really actually illegal to have this on public roads. So you got to be smart about it. So that being said, yes, you can get rid of the light. Do you need to? No. If you're an ass like I am about it, where you really care about what your truck is and how you take care of it, I understand it's a work truck. Yes, if it gets rolled over, crashed, it's whatever. The main thing is really look what you're going for. With everything that's happening, it's not really worth it, but if you're planning on trying to keep the truck for the rest of your life like I am, then it is more than worth it. So this all being said, I'm sorry the video didn't have that much explanation or showing of stuff. It was kind of hard back then for me to do it because I thought I was on a time crunch, but I technically wasn't. But I do want to ask, please subscribe, like the video. It would really help. I do really enjoy doing this stuff. Now, I might not be doing much more with my truck. My front bumper, I might make a stinger. My wheels, I like. My tires, I like. Flatbed's fine. I might make some storage compartments. The only other thing I might do is the roof lights. Damn, my camera. So if I do the roof light, that might be one other video. I might fix my paint. The whole reason I never wanted a white truck was for this. This all blew off with my pressure washer, and it's what you get. GM white paint just was never ever good. But yeah, that's my thoughts and updates. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope this video helps. Please do your research. That's all that matters when you do this. And also just expect your truck to be down for a week if you don't have the right tools. You're gonna need that 90-degree plier. You're gonna need a flex head ratchet. And if you could get an electric Milwaukee ratchet or whatever brand you want, that will help you too. Other than that, please have a good day, and I will see you next video.